A new morning begins as the Hadzabe hunters wake up in the quiet of the forest, ready for a new day of hunting. This area, located in northern Tanzania near Lake Eyasi, where the Hadzabe tribe lives, is still immersed in the tranquil atmosphere of a pristine land. For them, every day begins like a ritual, with familiar actions such as biting the arrow tips. This is an important technique that ensures the arrows are accurate and effective when hunting. The Hadzabe tribe is one of the last remaining hunter-gatherer groups in the world, and their life remains tightly connected to ancient hunting techniques that have existed for thousands of years. They speak the Kazani language, a special language with click sounds, which only those who live in this area can understand. Under the soft light of the early morning, as the first rays of sunlight filter through the trees, the Hadzabe hunters begin their hunting journey. The tribe's leader, Kazi, a muscular man with sharp eyes, leads the group. Behind him are seasoned hunters like Timo, a quiet but extremely agile man, and Juma, a young hunter full of unrelenting enthusiasm. The entire group is ready, each carrying their handmade bows and arrows, and sharp weapons passed down through generations. They begin their journey into the forest with light, careful steps. Along the way, the Hadzabe hunters do not need to speak much. They communicate through eye contact and subtle gestures, a language that outsiders would find difficult to understand. But for them, this is a silent yet highly effective language. After passing through dense forests, one of the hunters discovers the tracks of a baboon troop. Clear footprints are visible on the soft ground, along with moist fur remnants from the prey. The group stops, and the leader begins to analyze the tracks, causing the other hunters to listen attentively. With an excellent ability to track, the leader leads the group further to continue the search for the baboon. After more than 3 hours of tracking, the Hadzabe hunters spot a baboon standing in the middle of the forest. The tribe leader and the others draw their bows. And the arrows hit their target, causing the baboon to hang lifelessly from a tree branch. Immediately, the group moves toward the tree, and a young man quickly climbs up, retrieves the baboon, and throws it down to his teammates. Signaling satisfaction and gratitude for the success. They click their tongues continuously in a formal ritual. Once the ritual is complete, the youngest member of the group carries the baboon on their shoulders to return. You may wonder why the youngest is chosen. If you're curious, just comment "curious." Well, the reason the youngest is chosen is to train their endurance for future hunts. The journey back to the village is about 3 miles long, winding through vast open fields and dense forests, where towering baobab trees rise high, like the guardians of this land. After a long and challenging trip, the Hadzabe hunters finally return, bringing with them their prized catch. The atmosphere in the village becomes livelier as they come back. The women of the village begin to light fires and prepare meals from the hunted meat, while the men skillfully butcher the prey. The butchering process takes place with care and reverence. The Hadzabe hunters bend over their prey, their hands swift yet respectful as they guide sharp knives through the thick skin of the baboon. They understand that every part of the animal is precious. Meat, bones, and even organs. Everything will be used to its fullest. The finest cuts of meat are reserved for direct grilling over the fire, while other portions are chopped into smaller pieces for stew preparation. When the food is ready, the grilled meat is pulled straight from the skewers, while the stew is ladled out of the pot using wooden sticks. There are no bowls or plates. The Hadzabe hunters carefully tear apart the steaming hot meat with their hands. They pass pieces to one another, the heat radiating into their palms, yet no one seems bothered. The grilled meat is chewy and firm, its charred exterior offering a delightful crunch, while the interior remains tender and sweet, infused with the smoky aroma of burning wood. The loyal dogs, who had joined the hunt, were also rewarded with a deserving share of the spoils as a gesture of gratitude for their bravery and dedication. The stew, though without bowls, is shared by dipping pieces of meat directly into the steaming broth. The thick, flavorful liquid clings to the meat, seeping into every fiber and coating the tongue with a natural sweetness from the bones and the fragrance of forest leaves. Their fingers, glistening with meat juices, move quickly and skillfully. Each person savors their portion with gratitude and satisfaction. The sound of crunchy chewing, the slurping of stew, and the lively chatter merge into a warm and intimate scene. There is no pretense in their eating, only sincerity and a deep connection between people and nature in every nutrient-rich bite they share. The forest seems to slow down, listening to the rhythm of life. Another day comes to a close, but this cycle will continue when the sun rises tomorrow. The Hadzabe will once again step into the forest, carrying their bows, arrows, and unwavering trust in nature's abundance, a bond that has sustained them for countless generations. How did you feel about this video? If you liked it, press 1. If something didn't meet your expectations, press 0 so I can improve. Thank you for joining us.
Hama obe Hadzabe ngo Hadzabe Tribe.
Tana koko ko akhatete ona akana be ko ka amia ta hon ona koko.